Hello guys, how you doing? Getúlio Tamid here with you and you're watching my YouTube channel. So before everything, okay, so thank you for subscribing to the channel. Um, I'm gonna play by year today. What is to play by year? This is something from musicians. It's a musician's slang. When you don't know how to read the paper music, the score, the you know those little notes that you have there on the paper, you listen to the song and you play. You try to accompany the music, and this is exactly what the expression is all about. You play by ear, and I'm gonna play by ear here today with you because I was thinking that I could give you guys a tip on how do I go about keeping my English up and running because I was born and raised in Brazil. But I'm not gonna lie. When I say that I was surrounded by American people, it's not only real people. I was surrounded by the American culture all over in my house because of my brothers. I had a brother who used to be a big fan of the Monkees, and then he became a big fan of Simon and Garfunkel, and another brother who became a great fan of Queen. So all of these albums where they came like a flood to my house. So I was as I was an 8-year old, 7-year old boy, I was just surrounded by good music all the time in my house, especially when my dad was not at home because my dad used to hate American music just for the fact that he thought that every American music was the devil's thing. Not the Gospels, actually, but okay, whatever. That's not the case. So, yes, there is a race near here. Don't worry about it. So, when I said that I'm going to play by ear, is that I just want to teach you something. My YouTube channel is not for beginners. So if you are a beginner, if you want to start English from the very scratch, I suggest you that you go down below in the link and set up a trial lesson with me at italki, and then we can talk. Eu posso falar português, eu sei falar português, mas esse vídeo não é para quem é iniciante. This video is not for those who are in the very scratch, in the very beginning. All right? It's for those who are completely stuck at the intermediate level of English. And what it's like to be stuck. Okay, you can communicate, you can participate conferences, video conferences, everything, but you feel like as if you were like a cat walking on hot bricks, as we say in Brazil, pisando nos ovos. And this is it. Why you get stuck? Why we get stuck? Because we feel very much comfortable with the situation. We can't understand like 70% or maybe 60% of what we watch on Netflix or Amazon Prime. But when it comes in terms of expressing yourself, like a presentation, for example, you don't feel confident. And that is exactly where your confidence is shaken. So, what I want to do here today with you is to tell you a little secret of what I do, about what I do. I don't make mistakes. Of course I do. I make a lot of mistakes. I'm not a native speaker, but I'm a teacher, obviously. Someone might come up and say, okay, but you are in touch with English each and every day, which is a pleonasm, which is a redundancy, but no problem at all. A lot of people speak like that. Yes, every day I teach English, but I don't teach English only every day. I do teach Portuguese to foreigners. That's the point. So I know exactly how to explain my language and my culture to foreign people. But that's not the case. The case is that I want to show you one of my secrets, one of the secrets of how I keep my English up and running each and every day. The secret is the more you listen to English, the more you will be able to speak. What? Yes, exactly. The more you listen. So let me share my screen. I'm going to open my desktop here to you. Yes, you will be able to see my desktop. So here we go. That's my desktop. And I'm going to type here over the bar. Yes. NPR News. NPR.org. That is one of my secrets. Why? Because each and every day, wow, another redundancy. Come on, teacher. Okay, no problem. Every day, I go up to NPR and I listen to at least one piece of news. But I don't listen to anything because on NPR, I can choose what I want to listen, obviously. For example, let's suppose I'm very much interested of what's going on in Brazil. This is my country. Yes, Copa America soccer tournament in chaos after Brazilian officials waiver on hosting. Okay, so I check here whether or not this piece of news has a podcast or something. Unfortunately, there is no. Oh, yes, there is a podcast here. And this is what I do. I go up here and I play the audio and I listen to the podcast. Let's check it out.
Soccer fans worldwide will tell you there is nothing quite like Copa America. A huge audience usually tunes in to watch South America's national teams battle for the crown. Well, the tournament kicks off in less than 2 weeks, yet for a while today it was not clear where or even if it would take place.
Okay, I have just chosen something that has to do with my country. Yes, it's happening in Brazil in the middle of the chaos with all the coronavirus happening. They decided to, okay, Brazilian government decided to say, okay, for the soccer tournament, but that's not the case. I don't want to discuss politics here, but I usually use these articles for my lessons, for my classes. You see, you have a very comprehensive kind of article because you have the podcast, the audio, and also the text to work with your students. But you can also use this as a source of everyday consultancy, everyday study, and that's how I study. I study every day. So for those who don't know what I do, the secret is I'm still a teacher. I've been a teacher for more than 25 years now, and I still study English. That's the point. And I still sometimes feel very underprepared for my lessons. And I still feel very underprepared to have a conversation with a native American person or a native British person. But the secret is I just press that button. You know the button I'm talking about? The F button? Yes, I do, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want to say that word. It's really vulgar, but this is what I do. I don't care about it because I know that I'm not native. I'm going to make mistakes. I know that. But every day I try to correct my mistakes. Every day I make podcasts to not only help people, but I help myself because every time I listen to myself, I send my podcast to a friend of mine from the United States. He analyzes, he picks up the little details there, and he says to me, okay, you should improve this word. That conjugation was wrong, and this is it. So that's the tip for today. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't worry. Don't worry about what people say. Just find your way. Thank you very much for watching.